The story of Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman who longed for a child. Their home had a small window that overlooked a magnificent garden, filled with all kinds of beautiful flowers and delicious vegetables. This garden was surrounded by a high wall and belonged to a powerful sorceress. One day, the woman saw a patch of Rapunzel, a kind of lettuce, and developed a powerful craving for it. She couldn't think of anything else. Her husband, seeing her distress, climbed the wall one night to get some of the Rapunzel for her. As he was leaving with a handful, the sorceress appeared, glaring at him with a furious look. "How dare you steal from my garden?" she demanded. Terrified, the man explained his wife's craving. The sorceress, feeling a strange mix of pity and fury, agreed to let him take the Rapunzel, but only on one condition: he must give her their firstborn child. In his desperation, the man agreed. Soon after, a baby girl was born, and the sorceress appeared to claim her. She named the child Rapunzel and took her away to a tower in the middle of a deep forest. The tower had no doors, no stairs, and only one window at the very top. When the sorceress wanted to visit Rapunzel, she would stand at the base of the tower and call out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel had incredibly long golden hair, as fine as spun silk. She would unbraid it and let it fall down the side of the tower. The sorceress would then climb her hair. This was how they lived for many years. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman with a lovely singing voice. One day, a prince was riding through the forest and heard Rapunzel singing. Intrigued, he followed the sound until he found the tower. He watched in hiding as the sorceress came and called to Rapunzel, and then climbed her hair. When the sorceress left, the prince tried to do the same, calling out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel, thinking it was the sorceress, let down her braid. The prince climbed up and was astonished by her beauty. He told her of the beautiful singing he had heard. The two fell in love, and the prince asked her to marry him. She agreed, but they had to find a way to escape. Rapunzel came up with a plan. The prince would bring her a strand of silk every night, and she would weave a ladder. However, Rapunzel foolishly let their secret slip to the sorceress. "Why is it," she asked the sorceress one day, "that you are so much heavier to pull up than the prince?" Furious at the betrayal, the sorceress seized a pair of scissors and cut off Rapunzel's long, beautiful hair. She then cast Rapunzel out into a desolate wilderness. The sorceress waited at the top of the tower for the prince to return. When he called out, she let down Rapunzel's severed braid. The prince climbed up, only to find the sorceress waiting for him. In his shock and despair, he leaped from the window and fell into a thorny bush below. The thorns pierced his eyes, and he was left blind. He wandered through the wilderness for years, eating only berries and roots. He never gave up hope of finding Rapunzel. One day, he heard a familiar, sorrowful singing. It was Rapunzel, and she was crying. He followed the sound of her voice until he found her. She recognized him instantly and, with tears of joy, embraced him. Her tears fell upon his eyes, and as if by magic his sight was restored. The prince led her back to his kingdom, where they were welcomed and lived happily ever after.